Hey, this is the Review Junkie, and today I'll be reviewing the new romance drama Challengers. As always, my review will be illustrated and the artwork is done by myself. And if you like movies, art, and comic books, please hit that subscribe button because all my reviews are hand drawn, and I like to get to 1,000 subscribers soon so my channel can be official. This movie stars Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike Face. It is directed by Luca Guadagnino. This is a non-spoiler review, so everything I discuss will have been shown in the trailer. Absolutely no spoilers. I'll tell you briefly about the plot, the characters, my pros and cons, final thoughts, and if this is worth checking out at your local movie theater. So I like the trailers for this, but it just never got me 100% pumped. But I was going to see this regardless because A, it's from one of my favorite directors ever since I saw the movie Call Me By Your Name with Timothée Chalamet, and B, we just don't get too many of these love triangle movies in the mainstream very often. And the selling point to me here was the concept. Love triangles are always super juicy. But let me keep it real with you because that's what I do on this channel. I keeps it real. The three-way kissing scene sealed the deal for me. So I was like, let me pre-order my ticket now. Okay. So I really enjoy this. It's well acted, has an addictive score, and it was just overall very entertaining. And I was surprised given my mediocre expectations going in. The plot is simple, but the script does everything to make it seem more complex than it really is. Zendaya plays Tashi, a rising high school athlete who's semi-famous, and one night at a small event after a tennis match, she meets Art and Patrick, and both of them are just crushing on her hard. They both have raging erections and are in blue ball hell. And between us, we know nothing good ever comes out of two guys chasing after the same girl, right? And it's even worse when two girls chase after the same guy. Kitty cat drama. Love it. The film is told through flashback sequences from 2006 to 2019. And since it's 2019, this is a period piece. You know, anything before COVID is a period piece to me. And in present times, Zendaya and Art, played by Mike Face, are now married. And I'm just going to call him Ginger because he has ginger hair in the flashbacks and suddenly becomes blonde in 2019. And for the most part, the flashbacks are in chronological order and shows the progression of their relationship and why there's tension between all three leads. And all of this gets played out in the backdrop of the tennis world. So I know the burning question on every horny boy's mind is, so let me get it out of the way. Does Zendaya get naked? And the answer is a big fat no. There is more male nudity than female nudity, and to be honest, there is no female nudity at all. And I know it sucks, and I'm sorry to disappoint all those boys in the 7th grade, but it's true. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, my first pro is there is a lot of ambiguity here, and I like that. This movie doesn't tell you, it shows the audience a lot of things, and you have to decipher for yourself what it means, and it's like that till the last shot before the credits. Everyone's intentions are rather ambiguous except Zendaya. Hers is semi-ambiguous, and she does say something in the third act that kind of surprised me, but everyone else's true intentions are very blurred. And I'm trying to stay spoiler-free, but people's sexual orientation is a bit unclear here, and I'll leave it at that. I have no idea what team anyone is batting on. And at the heart of it, this really is a tale of three young beautiful people being very naughty and evil to one another, just doing bad shit. Okay, but it's not to the point where the audience realizes their ulterior motives and ends up disliking all three because they're villains in disguise. They're all really likable, and there's logic in their motivation. The script and the performances juggles everyone just right where there really isn't a main villain, and the main villain is really Doubt. Everyone is great, and the screen time is equally shared, but Patrick, played by Josh O'Connor, stood out the most. He was the most down-to-earth and relatable. Next is, I love the score here. For the first 10 minutes, there's hardly any dialogue, and suddenly this track starts to play while Zendaya and Ginger are walking in slow motion, and I was blown away. And that set the tone perfectly. It mirrored a tit-for-tat tennis match perfectly. The music itself really is an invisible character. I never saw the person, but I sure could hear them. And I did find the trailer a bit misleading because it sort of had thriller suspense vibes, and it's not that at all. This is just a slow moving drama involving young people, but with enough things going on that it keeps the audience engaged. So you may find this funny, but Zendaya has a scene in the alleyway where she wears that brown sweater, and something happens to her facial expressions halfway through, and I was like, damn, is that CGI? I don't know what happened, but she just looked crazy like she was someone else. Okay. Okay. So my first con is the long runtime, which is not an issue, but at this length, you would think there would be genuine chemistry and romance between everyone, but there is zero chemistry and romance here. Nobody is hot for each other to the point that they can't live without one another. And because of that, it also means the stakes doesn't feel like it exists. Nothing about the twists, turns, and reveals leaves one chomping at the bit or sweating bullets. It does have some level of stakes during the last 20 to 30 minutes during the final tennis match, but that's about it. And Zendaya always seemed really sweet to me in the Spider-Man films, so it was different seeing her play a cold character here. But I wish she was a super nasty bitch on steroids. She was giving me a level 7 here when I really needed a level 34. They definitely could have raised things because I wanted a messy love triangle. Like, just give me bitch slaps and nonstop backstabbing. Woo! Okay? Okay. Lastly, Zendaya is the only one here that can sort of pass for being someone in their late teens. Everyone else has on wigs to kind of make them appear younger, and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. It probably worked on Ginger the best during the flashbacks, but the two guys look close to 30. So this brings me to my final thoughts, and this gets a high 9 out of 10 from me. This has everything you want in a love triangle drama, albeit a bit slower pace with subdued twists, turns, and reveals. Things aren't as explosive as the trailer would lead you to believe, but this is still a big green light from me and definitely something to see on the big screen where it's meant to be seen. So thank you again for checking out my review. If you like, please subscribe, helps the channel out a lot. Hit that thumbs up button, feel free to share this with your friends, and if you happen to have a movie you'd like me to review, please let me know. I'd be happy to watch and illustrate it for a future video. Thanks again, and I hope the pictures put a smile on your face.